Hey, my name is Frank Yosa, and this is blog.franklyrealty.com. I thought I'd do some more videos because I haven't gotten around to writing out the blogs, and I have all these concepts and ideas that I want to share, so I figured I'm going to do some more videos. So today I want to talk about the secret way to buy a house in a bidding war. Now, some of you might not like this, and this might not be, something for the first time offer, first time going out looking for a place. I think it's more for the person that's lost a couple deals and they're really starting to get serious about what they need to do to win a deal. And this is the secret: waiving a portion or all of the appraisal clause. Now, a lot of people are going to freak out. Oh my God, why would I pay over the appraisal price? And like, I'm going to get ripped off and all this, garbage freak out nonsense. Let's analyze what it means to have an appraisal. An appraisal is anywhere from the bank paying $75 to $150 to someone sometimes 40, 60 miles away to drive in and tell you what they think the house is worth. They haven't lost 3 other contracts on homes nearby. They, don't look at things like under contracts, another house that would have been the perfect comp, but it's still under contract, so it can't count. They don't look at market appreciation. They tend to not look at that. They tend to not look at the lack of inventory in the marketplace, yet they still want to, give you the true value of the property. Well, if they really want the true value, why do they ask for a copy of the contract? I've never understood that. You don't need a copy of the contract, just tell me what it's worth. These appraisers are not, they're not experts in the sense that they really know what a place is worth. They try their best, but it's easier and more conservative for them to put a lower price because they know they're not going to get in trouble in a few years. If the market crashes again, they're not going to people aren't going to go back and look at their appraisals and say, hey, you're being too aggressive. So appraisals in my mind are junk. And this even includes when I'm helping a buyer and the appraisal somehow comes in higher and they get all excited thinking that they got a 10K better deal. Usually I say, it works both ways. You can't say, oh wow, I got a great deal when the appraisal comes in higher, but when the appraisal comes in lower, you can't say, oh, I'm overpaying. You can't have it both ways. So for the most part, I think that they are junk. So how does it help you win a bidding war? Well, there might be 5 offers, some of them going over list, some of them escalating up, $20,000, $50,000, but most of the people, 80%, 90% of the contracts will leave in the appraisal contingency. So who cares on a $600,000 house if they escalate up to $800,000, just exaggerating here. Who cares if they escalate up to $800,000 if they leave in the clause that said, oh, but we're not paying a dime over what the appraiser says it's worth. That's ridiculous. Come on. You've already lost out on 2 or 3 homes to other buyers, and you really want the house. You know the marketplace. You've gone into 1,000 places. You or your agent or with your agent really have become experts in this neighborhood, and you know the value, and you know that the offer or the price that you're willing to pay. Why do you care about what the appraiser says? Now, for some people, this is not an option. If the appraisal comes in low, the bank will only lend you money based on the appraisal. So a 600K house, if it appraises for 580, they're only going to give you a loan for as if the house was purchased for 580. So you have to come up with a $20,000 difference. So that is going to be, a big hindrance for a lot of people. But for many of you that put a lot of money down, which I'm a big advocate of putting and having the ability to put a lot of money down. I don't like it when people are buying with no money down or 3 or 5% down. I think you should save up more. I think you should have more money down, more of a cushion. So why not say that you will waive a portion of the appraisal? You don't have to waive the entire appraisal, which is what a lot of people think you have to do in order to win a bidding war. You can instead waive a portion, whether it be $1,000, $500, $5,000, $50,000, whatever you want. You can waive a portion of the appraisal. We won a bidding war the other day, and the listing agent was so impressed that she asked whether she could use that language in her contracts that she, moves forward with her buyer agents. And on the flip side, when listing a place, many people are listing their places and they get multiple offers. The appraisal comes in, and the listing agent just, by default, just says, "Oops, I guess that's the appraisal came in." If the appraisal comes in short, the listing agent says, "Oh, I guess we have to drop the price," and they just drop the price. We don't do that. I wish I could put that in a bullet point on when comparing listing agents. because I don't think you should buy based on bullet points. You can't put two companies next to each other and have as one of the bullet points, will you or will you not fight when there's an appraisal shortfall. So that's one of the things that we do. One of the things that we do to help you get more money in the end. And yes, we do get buyers to eventually, after some kicking and screaming, waive a portion of the appraisal. We had 5 offers on this place. We know it's worth more than the appraiser says it's worth. Why are we just gonna, drop the price by 10 grand because some guy, hopped out of his car from West Virginia to analyze this Northern Virginia home? It's just, we're not going to do it. There's no reason. You can go back to your appraiser and try and challenge it if you'd like to get that extra cash, but you have the cash to buy it. Go ahead and buy it. So I'm a big advocate of being smart about buying and really understanding the terms when you're trying to buy a contract. But if you do use an escalation, don't be stupid and don't be beating out other contracts that don't do the same on the terms. It'd be pretty dumb for you to, put in this clause where you're going to waive $50,000 of the appraisal, yet you're going to skyrocket with an escalation clause and outbid somebody else who doesn't have that term in there. You just lost $40,000. So I'm not a big fan of escalation clauses. In some instances I do use them, but you really have to understand what you're bidding and what you're beating against. Anyhow, so this is Frank in Northern Virginia, DC, and Maryland. My email is frank@franklyrealty.com, and I'm not too busy for you. Just fire off an email, ask me a question, but don't be asking me questions if you already have an agent. We don't really work for free. That's not how we work. We work to represent you, the buyer or the seller, and help you net the most money possible. All right, thanks.